Danny Woodhead's regular season debut as a Baltimore Raven was cut short. Woodhead was carted off the field after suffering a hamstring injury during a non-contact play and did not return to game action. The veteran back, who signed with the Ravens in March, was sidelined for the 2016 season after tearing his ACL in Week 2 and broke his fibula during the 2014 season. Ravens linebacker Zadarius Smith sustained a knee sprain and was carted off the field. Smith did not return for the remainder of the contest. Here are additional injuries worth tracking. Sunday 1. New York Giants receiver Odell Beckham ankle was ruled inactive by the team ahead of the season opener against the Dallas Cowboys. 2. Cowboys cornerback Orlando Scandrick left Sunday's game with a hand injury and did not return. Wide receiver Terrence Williams briefly exited the opener with an ankle injury. Jerry Jones says Orlando Scandrick has a fracture in his hand. It's something he thinks Scandrick can play with. A David Hellman at Hellman September 11, 2017. 3. Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Allen Robinson suffered an ACL injury in the first quarter against the Texans and did not return to the game. NFL Network insider Ian Rapoport reports it's feared Robinson tore his ACL. Based on initial tests, Robinson will undergo an MRI on Monday. 4. Pittsburgh Steelers defensive end Stephon Tuitt sustained a left arm injury in Sunday's tilt against the Browns. Tuitt signed a 5-year extension worth $60 million with the Steelers on Saturday. 5. Arizona Cardinals running back David Johnson did not return to the game after sustaining a wrist injury in the third quarter. Rapoport reports the X-rays on Johnson's wrist were negative, but the running back will undergo an MRI tomorrow. Tackle DJ Humphries was carted off the field after suffering a knee injury. Rapoport reports Humphries is thought to have a sprained right knee and is expected to miss a few weeks, pending an MRI. 6. Detroit Lions punter Casey Redfern sustained a knee injury against Arizona. Kicker Matt Prater assumed punting duties for Detroit. 7. Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Ronald Darby suffered a dislocated right ankle. Rapoport reports sources informed of the situation. Darby's X-rays were negative, but he will have an MRI to check for ligament and tendon damage. The Eagles acquired Darby via trade from the Bills last month. Tackle Jason Peters suffered a groin injury but later returned in the third quarter. Defensive tackle Destiny Vao wrist did not return. 8. New York Jets linebacker Bruce Carter ankle and tight end Eric Tomlinson elbow did not return to the game. 9. Houston Texans tight end Ryan Griffin and linebacker Brian Cushing and tight end CJ Fiedorowicz are all out after sustaining concussions. Defensive end J.J. Watt injured his finger but returned to the game. Watt told reporters after the game he busted the bone through the skin but nothing bad. Receiver Bruce Ellington is also out for the remainder of the game with a concussion, and guard Jeff Allen ankle did not return. 10. Cincinnati Bengals guard Trey Hopkins left the game with a left knee injury. Defensive end Michael Johnson did not return after sustaining a stinger. Johnson was also evaluated for a concussion. 11. Green Bay Packers tackle Brian Bulaga ankle is inactive for Sunday's tilt against the Seahawks. Linebacker Ahmad Brooks is out with a concussion. Cornerback Damarius Randall cramps and tackle Jason Spriggs hamstring are both questionable to return. 12. Seattle Seahawks running back Thomas Rawls ankle is inactive for the season opener. Rawls practiced this week but was a game-time decision. Defensive end Cliff Avril has a shoulder injury and is questionable to return versus Packers. 13. Chicago Bears wide receiver Kevin White exited the game after suffering a shoulder injury. Rapoport reports White suffered a broken collarbone, per a source informed of the situation. White will be placed on injured reserve. 14. San Francisco 49ers linebacker Reuben Foster did not return with an ankle injury. 15. Indianapolis Colts linebacker Anthony Walker Jr. did not return after sustaining a hamstring injury. 16. Los Angeles Rams cornerback Kayvon Webster has a shoulder injury, and did not return against the Colts.